I really like a guy, and I think he feels the same. But we've been tiptoeing around, taking a bigger step, and I'm quite stuck. We've always been just friends, but since we've gotten closer, my feelings have changed. So I've been subtly showing that to him, and he's shown me in small ways that he likes me back. Oh, okay. For example, held hands on the way home from a night out, cuddled when I slept over. That's good. That's good. Cuddling is a good thing. Because if I don't like you, you're not cuddling with me. Plain and simple. But his flatmates keep telling me that he's lazy and scared. And if I don't do something, nothing's gonna change. What? They're putting the burden on you? That makes no sense. Sounds like something he would tell him to tell him. Like, what? If he has the balls to hold your hands, all right, let's keep going. And scared if I don't do something, nothing's gonna happen. So who's the prize here, you or him? I see him trying. Well, like he's sweating? But I also see he's unsure in some way. Problem is, we're in the same friend group and things could get messy. He's known most of them for longer than me, so if things go wrong, I could be left without my best friends. Let me tell you something, man. If they are really your best friends, if they're really, really your best friends, they're gonna compartmentalize and stay friends with you. That's how people work. All right. When people are not really your friends, they'll stop being your friends. But when they're really your friends, they're gonna be in your life regardless. And it's true. Some people are only friends with you under certain circumstances, and that's totally fine. It doesn't mean they're fake. You know what I'm saying? But the truth is that if you guys really have a real connection as friends, they're still gonna be friends with you. It's just how that works. The thing is that most people are not really like I don't want to call people who are circumstantial friends fake, because it's not fake. You know what I'm saying? It's not fair to them to say that. But there's a big difference between best friends and people who are friends because of circumstance. You know what I'm saying? Alliances per se. He's known most of them for longer than me, so if things go wrong, I could be left without my best friends. I think he has the upper hand here, and if this is to become something, I'd like him to show me more strongly that he wants me. So I don't take the risk, which I don't know it's worth taking. As a woman, you never make the first move. Robert Greene, tell her.
First move to master is simple. Once you have chosen the right person, you must make the target come to you. If in the opening stages you can make your targets think that they are the ones making the first approach, you have won the game. There will be no resentment, no perverse counter-reaction, no paranoia. To make them come to you requires giving them space. This can be accomplished in several ways. You can haunt the periphery of their existence, letting them notice you in different places but never approaching them. You will get their attention this way, and if they want to bridge the gap, they will have to come to you. You can befriend them, moving steadily closer while always maintaining the distance appropriate for friends.
And that's what you're doing. You're friends with the guy. And so because of that, you're literally in the perfect position. All you gotta do is do nothing.
Of the opposite sex. You can also play cat and mouse with them, first seeming interested, then stepping back, actively luring them to follow you into your web. Whatever you do.
And that's the beauty of what you're about to say, because you said that you guys are going to be away for 3 months. That's good.
And whatever kind of seduction you are practicing, you must at all cost avoid the natural tendency to crowd your targets. Do not make the mistake of thinking they will lose interest unless you apply pressure, or that they will enjoy a flood of attention. Too much attention early on will actually just suggest insecurity and raise doubts as to your motives. Worst of all, It gives your targets no room for imagination. Take a step back. Let the thoughts you are provoking come to them as if they were their own. This is doubly important if you are dealing with someone who has a deep effect on you. We can never really understand the opposite sex. They are always mysterious to us, and it is this mystery that provides the tension so delightful in seduction.
I'm scared if I do something, it could push him away, and it'd be weird since I see him almost every day when we hang out with friends. Exactly. You never make the first move. As a woman, you never make the first move. As a man, you never make the first move when you're in a work situation. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's work, or if you're in a position of power as a man, you never make the first move. You let her make the first move. If you're her boss, you don't make the first move on her. You let her make the first move. If you work together, you as a man, you never make the first move. But if it's any other circumstance, as friends or whatever, or on a date, yeah, you make the first move. What? I'd like him to show me. Yep, exactly. So I don't. Yeah, exactly. It could push him away. Yep. It'd be weird since I see him almost every day when we hang out with friends. I've told some impartial friends about this crush, and they're unsupportive of me acting on it, saying it's best if I forget about it and find someone outside of my inner circle. Yeah, I mean, if you feel like it's gonna cause a rift, then I wouldn't go for it, you know. But then again, when it's the forbidden fruit, you know, it becomes a temptation. And we all know that the best thing about a temptation is not resisting, it's giving into temptation. I agree to be better, but it's also been a long time since I felt this way about someone. Also, summer break is around the corner, so we don't see each other much for 3 months. So time is not exactly on my side. Well, sometimes distance allows you to gain a better perspective, to see things more clearly, to widen the scope of your vision and have a more panoramic view about the person and the situation. And sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes the distance will reveal to you whether or not it's worth it. And it also reveals to you how he feels. Because distance creates clarity. Maybe not when you're like, you think that distance makes things more foggy. Yeah, in terms of visual acuity, of course. But distance clears up emotions. Distance clears up the fog of emotion, and it makes you see how you feel about things with much more emotional clarity. You know? So if you let's just say you hate your parents and you're always fighting with them, have some distance. Don't see them for a while. Don't talk to them for a while. You'll notice that you're going to start missing them. And you'll see that the reason why you were so apathetic towards them, it's not because you didn't love them, but because you guys were annoying each other and now you need some distance. Sometimes distance allows you to feel what you're really feeling without the fog of emotion clouding you. Now look, the break that you guys are going to go on, it's a good thing. You want to know why? Robert Greene, let her know.
Too much circulation makes the price go down. The more you are seen and heard from, the more common you appear. If you are already established in a group, temporary withdrawal from it will make you more talked about, even more admired. You must learn when to leave, create value through scarcity.
I'm really at a loss about what to do. Thank you very much for your time. Love your videos, by the way. Oh, the best. Melissa. Okay, look, listen to me, man. High value women never make the first move. The ones that make the first move, first of all, as a man, personally, it's not a bad thing to make the first move. You know what I'm saying? But it's just not something that's normal. Personally, I wouldn't recommend you to do it because there's just too much risk. You risk too much getting rejected. You know, Robert Greene, tell her what I mean.
Moving first, initiating the attack, will often put you at a disadvantage. You are exposing your strategy and limiting your options. Instead, discover the power of holding back and letting the other side move first. giving you the flexibility to counterattack from any angle. If your opponents are aggressive, bait them into a rash attack that will leave them in a weak position. Learn to use their impatience, their eagerness to get at you, as a way to throw them off balance and bring them down. In difficult moments, do not despair or retreat. Any situation can be turned around. If you learn how to hold back, waiting for the right moment to launch an unexpected counterattack, weakness can become strength.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? So if you want him to make the first move, as a man, you have to tempt them. You have to become a temptation. So that means when you're around them, dress in a way that you know that appeals to the male eye. Don't look too slutty, right? But dress in a way that provokes him to make a move. Sometimes when you want people to come to you, sometimes you have to give them a bait, a sweet nectar type of bait, something sweet like honey. And to a man, honey is what's underneath the clothes. Now you don't reveal it, you just insinuate what's there. Because making people come to you always gives you leverage. It just always does.
Judgment. When you force the other person to act, you are the one in control. It is always better to make your opponent come to you, abandoning his own plans in the process. Lure him with fabulous gains, then attack.
But if he is not willing to make the first move, let me tell you something, man. Men don't have control over their libido. Any man that has control over their libido, it just means they have low testosterone and they have no libido. But men don't have control over it. That's why honey traps work. You can literally tell a guy, hey, come meet me at this dark and secluded area in the middle of the forest called Kill a Man Forest, and come meet me at 3 a.m. in the morning. Make sure to bring a rope and make sure to bring duct tape so that I could show you something nice and surprising. And man will literally go there in the middle of Kill a Man Forest with duct tape in the middle of guys are stupid. Like, guys are dumb. You guys have to understand, ladies. Even studies show, look at this. Studies show that men have literally a higher sex drive than women. Like, men have a higher sex drive than women. So it means that men are more easily manipulated by a woman, by the eyes. Remember the story of me getting mugged in Mexico? Like I gotta say that pretty low. But remember, right? She told me, come meet me in this area outside of the city. Yeah, wait for me at the alley. Dumbass Alexis. Yeah, wait for me there. Get out the cab. Yep. And stay there. Don't move. And boom, 2 guys with a gun. Ladies and gentlemen, guys are easy to bait. Okay? Guys are easy to bait. Very rarely do you meet a guy who thinks with his head when in front of a woman. You got to understand, the part of the brain that causes a guy to have sexual desire is the amygdala. And when the amygdala is overstimulated, it removes the ability, the capacity for you to think with your rational brain. It literally floods it. So temporarily, you're not thinking straight. You're pretty much a dickhead in that moment, people. You're just not thinking straight. So that's what happens. So high value women never make the first move. Always remember that. What you got to do is bait him into chasing. Bait him into approaching you. And if he's not willing to do that, boo-boo, you're not going to do nothing. It's just that simple. Now, what are other things you could do to make him make the first move? Every man's kryptonite is another man. Not that he's gay, but that creating competition. So it's always, since you guys are friends, ask him for advice about another friend of yours. Tell him about, maybe you happen to have a personal trainer and his name is Tyrone. Ladies and gentlemen, I understand this is a joke on this channel, but it's not a joke. It is not a joke. Male competition is the one thing that increases a man's testosterone more than anything. Well, competition in general makes a man increases testosterone, but also sexual competition even takes it to another level. In fact, men it's such a thing for men that's why men kill women a lot of times, because of envy. Guys feel furious, like a man can never feel the same level of anger that jealousy for his woman could feel like. They could literally commit murder as a result of it. So just introduce male competition, right? You guys are friends. He can't get mad at you. Or even bring a friend to your social group. Have a friend. He doesn't have to be somebody that you're sleeping with, but just invite him. Let him see it. Let him see you smiling. Let him see you laughing at his silly, dumb jokes. And what will happen, naturally, it'll make him want to compete. Animals, especially primates, are stimulated to competition when they see someone who could threaten what they already have or what they could potentially have. Sometimes a guy will feel like he already has you, right? He'll feel comfortable because he feels like he already has you. You may be giving him that look. And so sometimes people store you away in the storage for later use. Yeah, people do that. So what you want to show them is you cannot be taken for granted. And one of the ways you do that is by showing him that there is a threat. There are people shooting for you. And sometimes you unconsciously eliminate the competition, and it's normal. I get it, right? You don't want him to think that there's anybody for you, because you want to show him that you have some piety, that you have chastity. You want to show him that you have chastity because it's a trait that you want to signal. But at the same time, you signaling that there's no competition unconsciously lowers your value. High value women are chased by a lot of men. And one of the ways you show your value is by showing him the competition, is by showing him the line that stretches all the way down the block. So just wait, do nothing. And right now what you have to do is control your impatience, right? You have to be patient with this. You cannot rush this. If you try to rush it to get answers, you might make the wrong move, right? So just wait. If he likes you, he'll show you. It's just as simple as that. If he likes you, he'll show you. And if he doesn't, you got to move on. But the point is, you're not going to make the first move. You're not going to be that girl in your friend group who makes the first move and then tell people, you watch my channel. That's not going to happen. You're not going to do that. And you're saying it's been a long time since I felt this way about someone. It's okay. It's normal. You're not going to win them all. You know what I'm saying? But what you're doing is thinking with a scarcity mindset, because you're saying, oh, I don't feel this way all the time. Yes, totally. I completely understand. But you have to find a way to control those intense emotions. So it comes down to becoming more rational. And one of the ways you could do that is to begin practicing meditation. I know you hear that a lot, but what the heck do you want me to do? You want me to not tell you about that? You have to practice meditation. Studies show, even you'll see here, it decreases the amygdala's size over time, and it increases your frontal cortex's gray matter, giving you the capacity to feel the emotions of the intense emotions that make you irrational, giving you the capacity to feel it less, and also giving you the capacity to become and make more rational decisions, because your amygdala, your stronger frontal cortex is linked to better decision making. So that's all you have to do. You have to practice meditation. So just start developing a practice. 5 minutes a day if you can. 5 minutes a day for 30 days straight. Do that for 30 days straight and come back to me. Or you guys could purchase my course, Emotional Mastery. It's already out. You guys can purchase it in the description down below. But yeah, man, that's my advice to you. You got this. Just wait it out. And the 3 months is not going to hurt you. It should hurt him, not you. You get what I'm trying to say? And if he doesn't make the move, then he's just being a little bitch. It's that simple. Like, it's why would you hold, like, it's not worth your time. You don't want no, like, you don't want no weak DNA, man. Like, if he doesn't make the move, then he's not worth your time. I'm sorry, because what are you gonna propose to him too? Because he's nervous? No. Mm-mm. Finally, people, Emotional Mastery is out. This is my my favorite course that I've created. It took me over 3 years. This course is everything that I teach. The mindfulness aspect of this channel, the most important aspect is, and if you are needy, if you're somebody who has an insecure attachment style, or an attachment style that sabotages your relationship, if you're unable to connect with people, if you have a lot of anxiety, because I also was a needy person. I also used to chase people when they used to pull away. If you're always baited into chasing when a guy pulls away and you cannot control that pattern, if your neediness always sabotages you, if you're too hard, emotionally too hard, or emotionally too soft, this course is the course for you. If you have a hard time applying the strategies that I teach, and you know what you have to do, but for some reason emotionally you can't, this course is specifically made for that. And the strategies that I've learned over the last 5 years are in this course. The basic package is a 5-week course. In each week, you're going to be able to join a WhatsApp group where you could contact me, and I'll help you out through the course, and you can ask me questions and I answer those questions on Zoom, or I'll make a video and add it to the course. But the point is, this course is specifically geared towards people who feel like they need to master their emotional life. So the basic package, as we can see here, this is all of the things we're going to learn on this course. And we have 3 packages. One, we have the basic package, which is $199. And the next package, $299, which is the bronze package, whereas if you get the 5-week course, you get the walking meditation, the compassion meditation, the breathing meditation. These are long meditation sessions that you guys can listen to. The what's next meditation, Jesus Christ. The teachings of the Buddha, which is pretty much a 4-week. It's not going to be 4 weeks, to be honest with you. We might extend it. We might make this course longer, like even a few months, to be honest with you. But for now, this is the course. 4-week series after the course that you get, where I will be teaching you guys straight from the teachings of the Buddha. It's like Bible class, people, because I was a Bible teacher before. Or you get the platinum package, where not only do you get all of those bonuses, but also you get a complimentary one-on-one call with me at half price, along with 3 bonus meditations on top of all of the ones that you have. The bronze package, $299, and the platinum package at $399. So click on the description down below to purchase it right now, and I'll see you guys inside. I swear to God, you do what this course says, neediness out the window. I am so sure you have a 14-day money back guarantee. Because if you don't like the first 2 classes, people, the first 2 classes are one of the biggest bangers in terms of like spiritual content that you'll ever see. I know that for sure. And if you don't like the first 2 classes, unfortunately, you're not going to like the rest of the course. I'll give you your money back, no questions asked. Because if you like the first 2 classes, I know for sure everything else in that course is going to be worth it, because they are the same quality and even better. I can promise you that, ladies and gentlemen. So click on the description down below where it says purchase emotional mastery, so that you can start with your first week and you can add yourself to the WhatsApp group, and I'll see you guys inside. I'm so excited for you.